All right, all right, all right. I'm live. I'm live. All right, all right, all right. Welcome, 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 everybody, to day one of the Billions Boot Camp. So I'm gonna give Facebook a minute, let everybody know I'm on here. It's a little echo, so I don't know how. Echoes, don't know. Turn that volume down. All right. Hopefully, yeah. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. I'm also going to share this in the group. Let's see if any people is on. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's see. Oh, that's not what I want. All right. I see. I see. All right. All right. I'm live. I'm live. Let me copy the link and put it in my main group. Here we go. Awesome. 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 So here. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I got you. I got you. I got you. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get this party started. So let's go over this up. Let's go ahead and go over what you're going to learn today, day one of the Billions Boot Camp, Tax Sale Surplus, by yours truly, Keith Jones, founder of Unclaimed Funds Revealed. All right, guys. So today you're going to learn, how tax sale surplus is actually created. How do it even come about? So we're going to go over that. We're also going to, and why it doesn't show up on public websites, public state websites, which I'll get to that. We're also going to cover why most people just, fail at finding money and getting paid off of this industry. You would think this would be the easiest job in the world to find money and then find the owner, and they're just going to jump for joy that you found them and go to work with you right away. So we're going to discuss why most people fail at doing this, what you think would be easy task. Then we're going to get into the good stuff. I'm going to show you how to set up your email template with your Freedom of Information Act requests. I'm also going to show you how to find the right department, right? We're going to talk about that. I'm going to show you how to research and find the emails once you get those departments. And then show you how to find lists that's already online, right? And then lastly, I'm gonna teach you how to know you got the right list, because this is the thing. Uh, every department, the right department, wrong department, have some type of unclaimed funds. And with my Freedom of Information Act, they're going to send you whatever unclaimed funds they have, right? This form really was made so that my students can scale their business. So right now they're going after tax surplus. You know, later they may want to go after lost 401ks or bankruptcy excess proceeds. There's all kinds of excess funds. So this Freedom Information, this my FOIA request form will cover that whole gamut. So let's go ahead and get to it. Before I get started, let me see if anybody have any questions. Group. Awesome. Hey guys, do me a favor. If you're hearing me okay, um, uh, let me know in the chat. Yeah. Awesome, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and get this party started. So let's first start off with who am I, right? My name is Keith Jones. Again, I'm the founder of Unclaimed Funds Revealed, aka the king of unclaimed funds. And when I started my journey over 20 years ago, and now I work for a couple companies that specialize in tax sale surplus. My first job that I had, he was a realtor slash investor, and he went about it uh, ultimately a little different than what I teach, right? He went about it from a investor mindset, right? So his goal was to get ahead of the unclaimed funds, right? And if you are a member, I actually share that technique as well, where you can get control of a property and be in a win-win situation where if you're not able to sell that property, um, uh, instead of those unclaimed funds going to the original homeowner, it'll go to you, right? So that's a strategy that he had. And it wasn't until I actually started working, he kind of taught me what to do, but I didn't understand why I was doing it. I don't know if you guys ever did something like, okay, you need to do A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. And you do that. You do A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, but you didn't know why you had to do A before B, B before C, and C before 1, 2, 3, right? You didn't know why you had to do it that way. Um, so it wasn't until I started working with who I consider my mentor, Alex, who actually took me under his wing, and he actually taught me the ins and out and showed me how to do this the right way and be profitable, right? I knew I had the right mentor because, you know, he had multiple businesses, right? He had a car lot, he had a club. I actually was a general manager inside of one of his clubs, and when he sold it, you know, he liked me so well, he brought me under his wing, and that's when he actually taught me this skill set and told me at that time, "Hey, Keith, work with me for a year or so and learn everything you can, and then start your own business." And that's exactly what I did in 2008. So after closing literally hundreds of deals over the last couple decades, I decided to create my own course on this subject. Now you got to understand, this is the type of business when somebody learn it, they like to keep this information close to the vest. They don't like to share this information. All right, and let some people know that I'm live. All right, go ahead and put this airplane mode. All right. All right. So up to this point, I have over what 260 students, 250, 260, somewhere in there. And I'll get to some of their testimonies here in a little bit. So let's talk about how tax sale surplus is created, right? So let's just say somebody's owed uh, 25,000. Somebody's owed 25,000. I apologize, guys. I just turned my phone off. It can be back taxes. It can be a mortgage. It can be a property that has back taxes and a mortgage. I had this happen before, guys. Right? So let's say in this example, this is a good one. They owe 25,000 in back taxes. Right? But let's say they also have a 300,000 mortgage. The property gets foreclosed on for back taxes, right? So what happens when that happens, a mortgage company has the opportunity, a mortgage company has the opportunity to pay those back taxes and foreclose on that individual. Right? So what happens is a lot of times banks won't want to invest any more money on that property. So they just let it go. So what happens now, it goes to auction. They owe 25K. It goes to auction and it sells for 250K. Right? That means that there is a 225,000 surplus. But wait, Keith, they have a mortgage. Don't they get it? And the answer is yes, but 95% of the time, they do not make that claim. And why? Because they rather write off the whole amount on their taxes. And that happens a lot. This happened actually, I had a good friend that I helped recover. I seen the list and I seen the list and I seen him on one of my lists. And I didn't have to skip trace to find this guy because, like I said, he's a friend. And I actually had his number. So I gave him a call, let him know, gave him the whole spiel, right? And you know, long story short, he ended up signing it. He was a little concerned, thinking he wasn't going to get it. He had $30,000. He had $30,000 in surplus, but he also had like a $250,000 mortgage. So he thought that mortgage company would get that $30,000 that was paid over the back taxes. And we were able to get that $30,000 for him. And it really helped him out, especially, you know, going through everything that he was going through. So that's the process. That's how it actually comes about. So hopefully you have a better understanding of that. So now let's talk about why do most professional finders fail, right? Number one reason, they're just not confident in the process, right? They're just not confident in the process. They don't know, they haven't been through the process. So every step they're second guessing themselves. Every step of the process, they're creating scenarios, and 99% of those scenarios that they're creating while they're going through the process never manifest, right? So they spend a lot of time and energy researching and doing things that they don't need to be doing, right? Number two, they're not doing their MMAs, right? Their MMAs. What is MMA, Keith? Money making activities, right? You gotta be doing your money making activities. And this is what I tell people. If you're doing something and the reason why you're doing that, because something you said in your head that started with what if. If it start with what if, you're losing money. I'm sorry, but you're losing money. You're just spinning your wheels, right? Which brings me to number three, they don't have a mentor. I get a lot of people that come to me that bought a course from this guy or this guy, and they just don't get it, right? And what I tell people is it's hard to learn this skill set from a course. And the reason why is every state is a little different. Every county within a state can be a little different. There's always going to be a little wiggle, right? There's always little wiggles. And the problem is if it's new to you, a little wiggle might as well be a tsunami, right? It might as well be a hurricane or a tornado because it's just gonna blow your mind away, right? You're already second guessing yourself. You're really not sure. You have to have the ability to pick up the phone, right? Pick up the phone, call someone. I have over 250 students. Over 250 people got my personal number. If they have questions, if they're spinning their wheels, they're not sure exactly what to do, they all know they can give me a call or text. And within 5 minutes, I can have them pointed in the right direction. It's important to get with someone that's already been through what you're going through so that you can, number one, shorten your learning curve, and number two, get to profit quicker. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get to it. Let's get to it, Let's get to it. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to set up your email so that you can create a template and you don't have to keep putting in a subject and your FOIA in each email, right? So I'm gonna show you exactly how I do this. Let's see, let's see, bring this down a little bit. Gmail. So I'm gonna go to Gmail. This is real simple, guys. Real simple. And this will save, this thing right here will save you a lot of time. I promise you, I promise you. Guys, y'all like my shirt while this is coming up? Age of the Digital Underground Railroad. Black Means Matter. Love this shirt. I created this shirt. Let me know if you want one. All right, guys. So first thing we're going to do is, let me move myself here. We're gonna go to settings. That's the little little gear here. Apologize, it's running a little slow, probably because I'm streaming. But we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through it. Once you go to settings, it's taking its time, y'all. It's taking its time. So let me go to my, I'm gonna break it down for you. It's real simple, guys. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go to settings. Then you're gonna go to advanced. You're gonna scroll to the bottom and you're gonna click enable templates. Once you click on that, I can go to my email now. Let's see here. And you're going to, it's not, okay. See all settings. Going to advanced. Templates enabled. So you can see it's enabled. Now, when you go to compose and you hit these three dots down here at the bottom, can you see that right next to the little trash can? You go to templates. You're going to, you can see I already have some already here. So when I put that in there, look, it automatically populates. It puts in my subject line and it puts in the body. The only thing I have to do is put in the email address, hit send, right? So once you have that set up, it's time to start getting the list together. Oh yeah, and now if you want to get this list or get this whole template here, comment below and I can get that for you if you so that you can actually go through this. All right. So the next thing is what departments hold surplus funds. All right, so typically those unclaimed funds is going to be in one of three departments. It's going to be with the county treasury, the county clerk of courts, or the county tax department, right? One of those three is going to be, typically is going to have that email. So what I usually do is I usually do send 10 to 15 email once I start putting my list together, and we'll get to that here in a second. But I'll first identify 10 to 15 of county I'm gonna get it out here. 10 to 15 treasuries, 10 to 15 clerks, 10 to 15 department, tax departments for, 10 to 15 counties. So I'm gonna get 10 to 15 counties, and I'm gonna go to each department, get that email address, and email all of them, right? That way I can start getting a consensus of where I'm getting my list from. Once I identify what department I'm getting my list from, now I'm putting all my focus, all my energy in identifying email addresses for all of those agencies in that county. And let's see here. So let me copy this. All right. All right, guys. So it's time to find some email addresses. So the first thing we want to do is identify what state we want to target. Don't get caught up on all the hearsay about what states are good and what states are bad. Okay? Don't get caught up in that, because the way, at the end of the day, when it's a hard state, I'm putting some quote unquotes, I'm not sure if y'all guys can still see me, is that hard stuff, that quote unquote hard stuff to process. I don't care about the hard stuff. And the reason why is, when it comes to processing, 99% of the time, an attorney is doing that anyway. So it's not hard to me, and I doubt it's hard to them because they do it every single day. So don't fall for that. Identify a state, stick with that one state. Let me put that in here. Stick to one state. Don't cherry pick counties. You don't know where your big deal is going to come from. I done closed some pretty big deals in some small counties. And small counties are great because there's little competition anyway, but you will run across somebody say, hey, I've been getting some phone calls. But little states is even less competition. So I'll just leave it at that. All right. I'm trying to keep this under an hour, guys. I'm gonna try and keep this under an hour. I'm trying to pack a lot of information in here. So wish me luck. All right, so don't get caught up on that. Identify what state you want to target. 2, you want to stay organized, right? Create a sheet in I use Google Drive, an Excel sheet. And track who you sent emails to. And when they also, when they responded back, with a response. And if you did get a list, always ask how often they update their list. All right. So let's do an example of that. So I'm just going to pick a state that let's go with Kansas. I always go by population. I want to start with counties with the biggest population and work my way down, right? So looky here. So it's 102 counties in Kansas. Now, what I would do, I will copy all these counties. I know all this extra stuff I don't need, but I'm gonna erase that. I'll go to my drive, go to create a Google Sheet. And I'm gonna go down. I got 100 counties, so can't remember how many it was, but I don't think it was 150. So let's go. Let's just paste. Now I got the county, so now I'm gonna delete this one. Delete column. Delete this one. Delete column. Now I got all the counties, right? So what you're gonna want to do is Johnson County. Kansas. I'm gonna hit the plus sign. Johnson County. The plus sign. And I'm gonna put email. The plus sign. I'm gonna go with treasury. Treasurer. So it's 3 departments I need. Okay, so it looks like tax information. It says the Johnson County Property Tax serves as both the county clerk and treasury. So basically, this county got one email address for all of them. It says tax info, treasury serves both for the clerk and treasury. So maybe the tax department. So Um, I know the clerk and the treasury go here, so I'm going to. All right, let me do this here. I already have this sheet made up, I believe. I'll make sure you guys get copies of this tracking. List train. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna give you a copy of this. Right, so you put in the county. So I'm gonna take these out. With Johnson County. And then we'll put the email address in there, right? This is Johnson County. Right, on this sheet down here. I can actually name it. This would be Kansas County. So if I get this list, I know these are all Kansas counties, right? Boom. So you're going to clerk of court, treasury, the date you sent it. I'm just putting anything in here. So you can see. So they gave, I'm gonna say 5/4/2022. And once I got my list, I emailed them back and I asked them how long the beginning, and they say the beginning every month, right? Beginning. Right. You can also put notes in there. Spoke with Carol. Same thing here, right? So what I'm going to do, if you want this, you can have it. Copy link. All right, so you're going to fill that out. Now, before you do that, you go through everyone. Get back here. That's it right there. There we go. Awesome. All right. So I'm about to show you guys a shortcut. You've probably seen it. Let's go. All right. So now let's Johnson County. Plus Kansas plus excess proceeds and let's see what we got. So you can put the county name, the state name, and plus excess proceeds, and you're going to see if you know, they have a list online. And what I do is I go through my list and find the ones, counties that have their list online. Right. So this actually is Missouri, but this good. We show you exactly what looking for. Excess proceeds. Okay, so they actually have you 3 years in Missouri. All right, so you have to actually contact them. But if they have a list online, it will pop up, right? It'll pop up. I work Ohio, so tax S proceeds, the plus signs, Ohio, plus sign county. So this is what I do. So now I will identify the ones that's online. Click here for the most recent list. This is Butler's most recent list. Okay. It was modified 2 months ago, guys. So no, I know they don't do it monthly. And I will go through the list. Some nice size ones here in Butler. So let's talk about how do you know you got a right list, right? So you know you got a right list when you have a case number, right? That's a case number. CV stands for civil, right? That's a case number. You know you got a right list if it says, if it has one of these columns. Let me back out. Something's going to indicate that a sale took place. So buyer, seller, sale date, purchase amount. When you hear those type of things, that means a sale took place. You know you got the right one. It's also always going to have a case number and or a parcel number. So in this case, there's a case number, right? So you know you have the right list when that's the case. All right, let me go back to my form. Man, time goes by when you're having fun. Time goes by so quick when you're having fun. All right. So those Make sure I hit all my topics I wanted to hit. How to research and get the email address. We went over that. How find lists that's already aligned. We know that. How do you know if you receive the right list? Now that you know that, let me go ahead and we talked about that, right? And I'm gonna update it on here, but I'm gonna take these last few minutes and see if anybody has any questions. Any questions, guys? Let me see. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? I know I got this in a couple groups. Let's see. All right, all right, all right. Wait a minute. That was 1 hour ago. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this training. If you got questions, you already know, hit me up. I got you, I got you, I got you.